Why were you FaceTiming a baby?
I was trying to make it cry.
Wow. Women got buttholes. They're just weird. Welcome back, everybody, to Giverdacorn. This is episode 4. Yeah.
Welcome back.
We're here.
If you want to grab a drink and come along with us, totally do that. Today, I'm rocking a little bit of hard seltzers. So, I mean soda and regular seltzer, and yeah. So
I'm having some gin and tonics. Hold the gin. Just tonic water and lime, but we're here and we're ready for the next episode.
We're here. We're queer. We can go anywhere.
Wow. Starting off strong.
No, dude. So today, or it was yesterday night, Howie Mandel. Remember Howie Mandel?
Deal or no deal?
Yeah, dude. Howie Mandel posted a TikTok of his friend's prolapsed asshole.
Why? Like on Twitter?
On TikTok and Twitter, yeah.
Could you do? I don't think.
I don't know how he did it. He just was like, "Oh, this is what happened to my friend when he bent over the other day," and it was just his prolapsed asshole.
I feel like that's like illegal.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's in some hot water right now. That's what's going on, dude.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't fucking know, dude. I mean, it's Howie Mandel, man, 66 years old. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
He's also a germaphobe, so it's weird he would post someone's prolapsed asshole.
I mean, when you got a pink stocking, you got a pink stocking. You gotta post it.
You call it pink stock? I always thought it was a pink sock.
Pink stocking, but I think a stocking has a traditional like.
Oh, it's got the
stocking has a lining in it that you can pull out.
Ugh. Jesus.
It was. I just want to make sure. It's been. Spencer and I haven't talked in like a week and a half. I don't think we played.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
My face is extremely red due to just being in the sun for like a week straight.
Yeah. July 4th, which is my favorite holiday.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good 4th.
Yeah, and if you
had
don't
family.
if you don't celebrate the 4th, we hope you had a good weekend, long extended weekend. If you're in America and you had that, but yeah, no, it's
If you're not, you should stop listening to this.
But yeah, no, dude, the 4th, dude. So I went to Nashville for the 4th weekend. And I stayed in Midtown. I think that's where I was. I was staying with a friend. And first night we were there. First night I was there, I only spent like $20 because like I just wanted to eat. I got there like 8:30 at night because I drove after work. And it's only like a 3.5-hour drive, not even from where I am, so it's a pretty easy drive. And dude, the first night we went out, so Saturday night, bro, I spent $200-something in like 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, like when you buy a gin and tonic at most places in Nashville that are like, I wouldn't say like, dude, Nashville. I did not know, and if you're from Nashville and you're seeing this, I did not know Nashville was it was my first time ever there. Still didn't get fucking hot chicken. I'm going back up. They asked me to come back and everything, so I was like, yeah, I'll come back up. It's like I said, 3-hour drive, so it's not really that big of a deal. And also in Upper Alabama, gas is straight up $3.90.
Yeah, that's nice. I noticed that in Maine. Here in Mass, it's like $5.39 to like $5.40 something.
Up in Farmington, Maine, it's $4.30.
Yeah, a lot of prices in Maine were really, really, really good for gas this weekend, or all last week to fill up and everything. So.
Yeah, so and when I drive, I to get up there in my car, it only takes like half a tank and some change. So like legitimately, it cost me $30 to get up there, and then $30 back. So it was like $60 all in all. So
go to Tennessee.
Really nice.
Never been.
Yeah, dude. You come visit, we'll drive up there. We have a place to stay, dude. It's so nice. But I didn't know, so I was saying Nashville, bro, that place is always bumping constantly, like
Oh yeah.
every single night, every day. Like I went out on a Sunday to go grab coffee at like I woke up at like 10 because we had drank the night before, and then, bro, I was like, there's probably no one here. Fucking popping, like brunch place. There's people drunk in the street already. There's like families around, like, and this is Midtown. This isn't even downtown. It's just fucking popping. And I was like, Jesus, dude, like they don't sleep. And then like bars don't close there until 3 in the morning. And like usually I'm used to that for like a club. A club usually doesn't close until like 3, but bars, just like random dive bars, they won't close until 3 a.m. And it's like, so I was saying my first night there, we're out and about doing shit. I mean, I'm getting old, man. Right as it hit 12 o'clock, I was like, man, it's kind of late. and even though last night I stayed up until like fucking 6 in the morning, but whatever. Legit, yeah, drinks, dude, like $16 for a $7.99 handle of gin. So like the lowest end bottom barrel well you can get, and like I'm pretty sure Gibson or something is like 10.
I think it's Ghibli's, yeah.
Ghibli's, yeah. So
Ghibli's.
they're using like below Ghibli's, and they're charging $16 for this tiny ass drink with a little straw, and you know, and I was like, I mean, fucking, you know, I don't want to pay $9 for a bottle of Bud Light, so like,
yeah, it's better to
and
pay
some
that.
of the drinks like weren't whatever. So then we went to a restaurant and we went, and they had $28 bowls. And these things are fucking huge, bro. Like, I mean, we've had bowls before. And, like, I've had, like, volcano bowls, like, in Maine and shit. But ever since I came down here, bro, like, it's funny that some bars will have a small, medium, large, like, margarita. You get a large. And in Alabama, bro, a large here is $12. And fucking, it's a bowl. And, but this one was, like, a, like, chalice, dude. It was, like, fucking, like, bro. And I ordered an individual. So I just drank it myself. And I killed it in 7 to 10 minutes. I was pretty proud of myself, but the thing was, they saw all three of us order our own personal bowls, and I don't think they put that much alcohol in it. And like, I know there has to be a certain amount, but like, even the bartender was like, "That's just for you." And I was like, "Yeah." Like I was like, "How many drinks are inside of this bowl?" And he was like, "3." And I was like, "Okay, so I'm getting like maybe 4 or 5 shots in this fucking thing, and the rest is just all sugar and lemonade." I was like, yeah. I was like, fucking, it's better than spending $13 per drink. So just give me the fucking $28 bowl, and I'll have my heartburn. You know, like, so I mean, it was like it's not hard to get drunk there, but like, definitely if you're planning on going out in the town, or you're like, just make sure you have some money on you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to tip. Like, you can't be a fucking asshole. You got to make sure you, like, give money to the people serving you. And I'm not going to, you know, and, like, when I'm drunk, I throw money out. I gave a guy $20 for a hot dog, so I was legitimately dancing with him in the street because I was so drunk. I was like, let's fucking go. And he was like, and I was taking videos of him, and I was like, oh, like every time he would like put something on the dog, and I go, yeah. I'd be like, oh my God. I was like, you want a 20? He's like, I get the 20, bitch. And I'm like, fuck it. And then like, dude, actually, low key, best hot dog I've ever had in my life. Maybe I was hammered, but it was this big. It was like a foot long. Fucking a fat wiener, dude. And because I gave him 20, he put every single thing that he had on the cart on the hot dog.
Oh yeah.
So, oh man, like,
I don't doubt that.
Oh man, he was like whatever you want. So it was like chili, I had cheese, and then I had, like, I don't even know, like a Chicago. I had a chili cheese dog / Chicago style dog / chop chili dog, which is like a bunch of chopped up spices or spicy chilies.
Dude, I think I just puked.
Oh man, no, I was gorging. I was fucking gorging on it, dude. I was like, and then I told this couple and their friends, they started hanging out with us. I told them that the girl I was staying with, I said that was my girlfriend, and she's a D1 athlete, which she was a D1 athlete. She's just doing her master's or something like that right now. And then I was a music producer for like Callboy and Lil Baby and all that shit. And bop. Your camera went out. But
I know. Callboy and Lil Baby.
Callboy and Lil Baby. So I just started lying to these people and say we were dating, and they thought they were eating it up, bro. They fucking loved it. They loved every second of it. And then the guy that the girl I said I was dating, the guy that she invited out came, and they like started talking and got really close. And then like the dude next to me, he was like, "Yo, your girl's like getting real close to that dude over there." And I just turned to him. I was like, "Oh yeah, dude, I've been lying to you guys for like an hour and a half."
You
I
should
was
have been
I
like,
don't,
it's an open relationship. Yeah, it's fine.
No, dude, no. I was just so drunk. I was just like, yeah, dude, I've been lying to you guys for like an hour and a half. They were so pissed.
Really?
Well, yeah, obviously, like you meet these people and they're saying a bunch of shit. I just thought it was funny. I was trying to get free drinks, so I was trying to have them, give me free stuff. I'm very about free everything. So,
You love it. Free
oh yeah,
things.
I love free shit, dude. Dude, good way to live by is anyone gives you anything for free. It doesn't matter what it is, drugs, anything. You take it and you take all of it and eat
Okay, maybe not drugs, but
everything. Anything someone gives you for free. A free ride on the highway, take it. You're just
yeah,
walking
just
your
throw a
dog.
thumb up. Just
Yeah, if there's like a guy trying to get you into his car, he's got free candy or free food. Get
that's
in the
real.
car.
Your parents lied to you.
Yeah, dude.
That's actually free.
Yeah, dude. You need anytime someone offers me shit for free, even if I'm not hungry, I'll eat all of it because like it's a free meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's usually sitting at a restaurant with you, and it's like, you gonna finish that?
Yeah, dude.
It's like I don't think I'm going to. You're like, cool.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I'm like, well,
Immediate reach over and just
I'm like, you
it's
gonna take
gone.
it home? If you take it at home, it's different. But I'm like, you gonna eat that? And I know you're like, "Ugh, dude, that's a day old. Are you one of those people? And you're like, oh, that's a day old. You won't eat it.
If it hasn't been in a fridge.
Oh yeah.
No, I'll eat things that are like 2, 3 days old. Like what was it? When we came to Georgia, we ordered from a place called Pinocchio's,
Mhm.
and we got a half order of their Sicilian style pizza.
Mhm.
And you know how you get like a normal like pizza box, you know, and like the circles in it. This thing was brim to brim, just pure Sicilian style pizza. Like it weighed like I think 6 pounds.
Jeez.
And then I came back. We came back from Georgia, and that night I think I heated up like 2 slices and just ate them. Still good, tasted awesome. It would been in the fridge the entire weekend. And then I woke up the next morning and just had the worst shits ever.
Damn, bro.
I'll still eat it. You ate those pickled wings that were just sitting out for the entire night. You're like,
Yeah. So like, if
are
it's
those
a night,
breakfast?
like if someone ordered pizza after a party and then it's like there's like stuff on the table, like the next morning, I don't want to make breakfast. I'm hungover. I'll just eat the pizza that's been sitting out.
Can't do that.
Dude,
No.
dude, if stuff I've eaten stuff like weeks old in the fridge.
Ugh.
Like
No. That's so bad. It's so
it's not, like, not
unsanitary.
weeks. That's not weeks, but like I'll give something 2 weeks, and in that 2 week period, I'll eat it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
dude,
man.
it's fucking food, bro. Like, eat some fucking dirt. Get your body, a little used to some fucking grime. You know what I
I
mean?
did. That's all I did. I feel like that's all I did when I was a kid. Was just eat dirt.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I was pissing in the lake, and then I just drink it.
Okay. Didn't do that. I can't do that. That's actually something that really makes me feel very like squeamish.
Yeah.
It's like pissing in a lake. Even if it's just like, oh, you gotta pee and you're in the water, just pee. It's like I can't do that. It makes me feel weird knowing there's gonna be like backwash. You know what I mean?
Like into your dick hole?
Into your dick hole because it's gonna happen.
What? No.
It's gonna go up there. Yeah, there's a liquid. Yeah.
I
I don't know if it's like actually like proven that happens, but it kind of like it's like I don't want that happening. So it's like I'll just get out of the water and go pee.
In the Amazon River, there's like almost like a parasite thing, and that swims up your pee stream if you pee into the Amazon River, and then it has barbs, so it goes up your pee hole and then barbs in it.
Yeah, you have to get it surgically removed.
Yeah.
So I'm set. I heard that like in 5th grade. After like one guy, one jar, I was like, nope, don't need to go that. So
Yeah, dude. No, I mean straight up, like, when I was a kid, I used to drink out of the lake. Like I would be swimming, I'd be like, I'm thirsty, and I just like put my head down, like, and then I realized, like my mom told me when I got older, she's like, yeah, like obviously, where do you think fish piss and shit? Like where do you think birds do that? Fish.
it's in the
Shit
water.
in the water, and I was like, dude, it blew my mind. I was like, no way, and I was like, I've been drinking that shit for years. Cause
They don't have toilets.
I used to live. Yeah, I know. I was like, they don't like go somewhere. But then I was younger, and like I used to live on a lake, so it was like, I would just drink out of the fucking water. And I'm trying to think. I've shit in the lake multiple times. Well,
That's disgusting.
You're out in the sea-doo, bro. You know, you're like me, and then fucking
Me.
you don't have time to get back to inland, mainland, so you just fucking poop.
That's disgusting. That's so gross.
Dude, it was so funny.
What? Ugh.
Yo,
I'm never swimming in that lake ever again.
Pushaw, dude.
Never swimming in Pushaw anymore.
Dude.
I never have, so I'm happy I didn't.
Dude, like straight up, like when I was really little, I never personally owned a Sea-Doo. My friends did, or a jet ski, whatever you want to call it. And fucking, I was really little, and they were all older than me, so they like pick on me all the time. And fucking, they kicked me off because I said I need to shit, and they're like, "You're shitting in the lake." So this is the first time that I'd ever done it, and they legitimately kicked me off the Sea-Doo. Like Spartan kicked my fucking ass off the Sea-Doo. And like when I swim, I wear boxers and swim trunks because I don't like the netting. So yeah, I took off my boxers, used my wet boxers underwater to wipe my ass. So somewhere in Pushaw Lake, it's probably gone now, but somewhere in Pushaw Lake, there's shit-covered boxers that I used to wipe that just floated. I left them. I'm gonna take them back.
That's gonna unlock like a core memory for somebody at some point.
I know,
They're gonna be like, "Oh."
They're like, "Yo, I found shitty boxers when I lived on Pushaw." Yeah, dude. No, yeah. So I mean, fucking, I'd be shitting in lakes. The only thing that I find gross. There's not really much I find gross. The only thing I find really kind of like is hot tubs.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
I'll
hot
go in a
tubs.
hot tub if it's your hot tub, and I know you and your family, and you're like clean people, and it's like your personal one. I'll get in it, but like it's a lot of times, like I just realized like we went there, we went to a hot tub, like a big hot tub everyone went to. And I would like be drunk and I'd get in it, and then like me and my friends, like it's like a lukewarm hot tub, which is even more fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's
like
gross. That's gross.
yeah, they leave it so it's not too hot because it's like the only pool they have at this apartment complex in college. And me and my friends would be drunk, and then we'd like wrestle each other and shit. And like I'd watch people fucking it. Like I've seen so many people fucking that hot tub. And then I just kind of was like, the next day I'd be like, bro, I was just under the water in that hot tub, like wrestling my friends. Like it's all in my face, and like. When hot water hits your body, that's why you shower with hot water, because it fucking gets rid of all the germs and shit, like kills bacteria. So it's just like I just realized, I was like, dude, there is so much dead skin, and people are gonna be like chlorine and filters. Nah, bro, it's not. It doesn't leave immediately.
Is it the hot tub I'm thinking about? If it's in Orno?
Yeah, it is, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I know what hot tub you're talking
that's why
about.
I just like didn't like getting in it.
Happy I never got into that.
Yeah, dude.
I might have gotten in it once, and I was about, yeah, that's gross. Oh yeah.
I watched someone fucking it, dude. I remember like walking up to him. I was like, "What are you guys doing?" Just being a dick. I was like,
"Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, for real. I'd be like, "What's going on, dude? You guys like?" And they'd be like, "Oh," and then she'd be like sitting on him, and they're like looking at me, and I'm like, because that hot tub's in ground, so I was just like, "What's going on, guys?" Like, and they're like, "Oh, and then like we would go to the other side of the hot tub, and then they would go right back at it and keep making out, dude.
You should have just been like, it's really bad for your personal hygiene. Just,
yeah, I'd be like,
just looking out for you.
I was like, dude, how many people may have had herpes and sat in this pool? I was like, you're definitely getting a yeast infection. Like,
you might want to get tested after this.
You're legitimately getting like, a snake, like for bathroom drains.
No.
You like put this thing down the drain. It has like hooks on it, and it's called a snake. And you snake your pipes and pull up, and it yanks out all the shit.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you're legitimately getting snaked with bacteria.
Ugh. Ugh.
It's fucking nasty, dude.
This is disgusting.
Yeah,
I like hot tubs though. Hot tubs are fun.
Hot tubs are nice, but not like big public ones.
We used to have one in my family. It was out in our we got it like for sale, and my dad's hooked it up in our barn, so you'd still have to like walk out to it. So I remember like walking out to it in the middle of the winter, which is the best feeling ever. Just like walking through a cold ass barn and then getting into like what we used to do. Those life jackets, the orange ones that are meant for like, they're like grade 1 life jackets. Like you can't flip over and drown in them.
Yeah.
We used to have those, and I put one on, and since I was so small at the time, I would just sit there and just float. And this is back when Spike was a YouTube, or not a YouTube channel. Spike was a TV channel.
Yeah.
And they always had like, no, it's gone, it's done.
Oh fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah, remember watching like Blue Mountain State and all that, but They'd always have in the winter. They'd have 007 marathon, so I'd go out there and float and watch old 007 movies.
Still never seen that movie. Any of them.
Yeah, you should watch them.
I probably will. I mean, I'm on.
Oh, I'm gonna throw in an idea right now. I'm just gonna put it in the podcast. Just I talked about this because in my week away at Maine, we watched The Iron Giant,
That's a good movie.
and there were extra scenes in it, like some really key scenes. And I was all of a sudden in Eureka. I was very drunk, and I was like, "Yo, Josh doesn't watch movies. Let's make a commentary channel."
Dude, because that would force me to watch movies.
we would sit down and watch movies and just
That sounds like torture.
it's like torture. It's just like this.
Yeah, I like this. I'm just talking to you, having a good time. Dude, okay. If any, I wanted to. I'll explain this. I was a film major in college, which in the United States is one of the most top 10 undesired majors by students
But look at us.
in the United States. But I got certificates and shit, like marketing and stuff, to like back it up so I could like use it and like video wouldn't be.
Look at us now.
Look at
We
us
got a
now, dude,
podcast.
yeah. We have a podcast, and I mean, fucking dude, I think both of us are doing pretty fucking well for how much they told us was our projections of how much we're gonna make when we graduate. We're well over that. Well over that. But
Yeah.
the thing is, and I worked straight up in video, but I also do like some marketing shit. But the thing is, I did that, and I don't like movies. I don't like watching them. So I've seen quite a few movies, but it takes so much of my being to watch a fucking movie. Like I like sitting down and like seeing, and now movies are like fucking hours on end, dude. Like 3 hour long movies. I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, here we go. Like, I just gotta sit here and just stare at this fucking screen and not say a word for a couple hours. I will watch 5 hours of YouTube videos, like 30
Before a
minute
movie.
videos before a movie. Dude, like a movie. I know there's great movies, and after I see movies, a lot of times I'm like, fuck, I can't believe I didn't see that before. That was really great. I want to watch it again. Like Rain Man, such a great movie, dude. It was always in my house. I never picked it up. I watched it like a couple months ago. Holy fuck, dude, that movie was fantastic. I wouldn't shut up about it for like a week, and everyone's like, dude, that movie's so fucking old. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I know.
It's still good.
I just fucking saw it. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck you. It's great. So I just, dude, yeah, I do doing a movie commentary, and like also like if I'm able to speak watching a movie, I'll just talk.
That's the point.
Well, I think that's a problem.
No,
do
the
you
commentary.
pause it?
What do you mean?
Do you
No, literally it's just us talking over the movie, so like people can watch a movie with our commentary track over it.
Sounds like so fucking stupid.
Okay. Well,
No,
it was an
I'm kidding.
idea. It's an
not stupid.
idea.
We can try it one time, dude. But like, what fucking movie would we watch? Not 007. I don't want to watch it right now.
No, I mean, I don't know. I have to pick something good that you haven't seen. That.
The Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh, he keeps saying that.
It's such a good movie.
No, I don't know.
If you want, okay. Here's another thing, and anyone that watches, dude, fucking, I've only seen 2 horror movies in my life.
Oh, we could watch some good horror movies.
I refuse to watch them.
What?
No, I will now.
Oh, I
but,
know.
like,
I know you. I knew that. I shouldn't have been
I'm
surprised.
such a fucking pussy, bro. I am such a pussy. Like, I don't like getting scared. I don't like being scared. It's not like a feeling that gives me any sort of rush whatsoever. It just pisses me off. And I get scared. So it's like, fuck that, dude. Fuck them. I would watch one, though. So the horror movies I've seen is Hereditary, which I wouldn't even really it is a horror, but it's like more of a thriller thing. And it's
I don't know.
really
There's some disturbing stuff in that movie that
But it's a
actually like
good
genuinely freaked me out.
Yeah, but it's like just such a good story. It's an A24 production, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that directed it, I really fucking like him. I forgot what his fucking name is. So so that movie was fantastic, but it's like a good story. I just like my perception of horror movies that like Saw was on TV at late night. I just kind of was like,
Oh, but I mean, yeah, that's just
it's like a
torture
shock
porn.
factor. Yeah, dude, for real. And I'm just like, I was like, okay, as a kid, it was very fucking scary, but it was just like, one thing after another, and I was like, I don't know any of these characters. There's no one fucking famous in this thing. It doesn't matter if you have famous or not, but I just like, there's no really story behind it except for they were bad people. And you're like, well, who's gonna get out? I just like, that's how I perceived horror movies, and then I'm glad they've gotten better. Like my sister's favorite horror movie is Insidious.
Good. Yeah.
Still have never seen it, and like, so I've seen that. So I've seen Hereditary, and I've seen VHS.
VHS. That was a big thing, like in middle school.
Yeah, dude, because that guy gets his cock ripped off, and that's why everyone fucking loved that gargoyle chick. She's like, but
Yep.
and it's a foreign film, so obviously, but whatever. And like, so that's the thing. Like, I just never. I watched that. I watched Midsommar or Summer, whatever you want to call it. I watched
Yeah.
that one. That was fucking disturbing, but like, it wasn't like, for me, horror is like jumpy, like there's a monster. It's kind of just.
Dude, I'm trying to think of like good ones that
It's very fucking disturbing now I think about it.
it's extremely disturbing.
Yeah,
A guy,
dude.
they give a guy a blood eagle in that, and it's like,
Oh
ugh.
man, dude, yeah, dude, like that fucking Viking thing.
Yeah, it was like
They rip your lungs out your back, bro.
they hack your back ribs out and they flip your lungs over your shoulders and then hang you with your skin looking like wings.
Yeah, and then if you scream
You
during
you
won't
don't
to
go.
Valhalla. Or
Yeah, you go
whatever.
to hell instead.
Yeah, so there was no such thing as anesthesia, dude. They were hardcore.
Hardcore
Yeah, dude. No,
Vikings.
it's fucking crazy. That movie's gross. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess I've seen 3 if you count that.
I mean, there's a new one out that I really want to see called The Black Phone, and it's by the director of the first Sinister movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Ethan Hawke's like a serial child murderer, and he kidnaps this one kid, and this kid's stuck in a basement with a black phone on the wall, and the phone will ring,
Yeah,
and it's all the kids who died showing him how they tried to escape and teaching him how to like combat. I think he's called the Snatcher, and
Dude,
it looks really,
yes.
really good.
I saw the commercials of that, and I actually went and looked at the full trailer after I saw it on an ad, and I was like, I want to see that movie. It looks fucking good. It's
Yeah,
like,
that looks
it's
good.
interesting. Like that's what I'm saying. That's interesting, but like,
The first Sinister is very creepy because I mean it's also Ethan Hawke in those, and he's like a what is it, like a crime writer who writes books about like actual like killings, and he moves into this house where like this family was murdered.
yeah, I know
But
everything
it's
about
yeah,
Sinister.
Sinister is good. Sinister's a good one, and then there's another movie coming out I think called Smile, and like the trailer like no, it's like an actual like theatrical release, and the trailer itself actually kind of like spooked me.
Oh,
I got like a little scared, but there was one horror movie called Antlers, and it was
movie?
yeah, it's about the Wendigos. Wendigo, so we know skinwalkers.
Oh yeah.
Wendigos are also like native lore that are people like in the people who result to cannibalism to survive, like in the wilderness, and they turn into like a creature.
Would you eat?
And it was we talked about this last to
Oh.
survive, like to actually like live.
We did talk about cannibalism.
We talked about like the leg taco or something.
Dude, we haven't
but-
talked in a fucking minute. I just.
But I don't know. I've never been thrusted into that like situation of having to like it's do or die. I'm gonna starve to death. Like I've never been pushed to that level of like my own. I guess you would call like primal side, like animal side of like how humans are. To like, I'm gonna cook this dude's left cheek and just
Yeah.
go to town and just survive. I don't know if I could. I don't know.
Dude, I like the whole thing we talk about eating cats and dogs and shit. Like I totally would eat a cat. I eat a dog. I eat anything if you put it in front of me. I just don't want to know the dog's name or breed. Like you're like, oh, this is Lucky. He was a golden retriever and he was the best family.
Don't
dog
say
we had."
that.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't eat that. But if I was like in I'm Legend, like I had my dog and it was like kind of do or die situation, I don't know if I could eat the dog. I don't know if I could eat my own dog. Personally, 'cause
couldn't-
I know my dog, but there's some girls that I used to talk to, and if they were with me, I'd totally help them kill their fucking dog.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it to my cats. Just knowing them too long, they're too like close to me. It's like I
Dude,
could not.
Cause like when I think about it, I'm like, how you gotta think about how you're gonna kill the fucking thing. I don't want to. I just like in my family's house. We just didn't have guns in the house. Like so.
It would have to be.
It'd
It'd have to be a
very,
gun. I couldn't do it it's just I couldn't just sit there and be like
stomp. Oh.
as its eyes start to gloss over. It's like. It's like looking at you, wondering why are you doing this to me?
Yeah,
no, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. No.
You're like, what the fuck are you doing? You're just like, I gotta live. Like fucking, like what the fuck?
It stops fighting because it's like, why are you doing this to me? I love you. And it's like, no, I couldn't. Nope.
Dude,
I don't want to think about it.
Oh man, dude. And the thing is, if you let go, you're like, oh, I can't do this, and you let go, the fucking animal is probably gonna hate you, right?
I don't know. I've never strangled an animal to almost death, and then
I have.
okay.
No, I'm kidding. I have not. I mean, I would. Actually, something we can talk about. I think my levels of, like I said, like I don't really find too many things gross. But like the levels of remorse, not remorse. I don't know the word for it. I just like sometimes like I guess like my moral compass, I just kind of like. It's never really been tested, but in my head, I'm always like, I don't really think I'd give a shit. You know
And
what I mean?
once you're to that point, probably once you're to that point of like,
Yeah.
I haven't eaten in like almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I need to eat something.
Yeah. I mean,
You
like,
probably get to that level, but like, and I mean, if it's that point in like society, it's like all bets are off. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Like, I would love to fucking. Yeah, dude. See, okay, so fighting, for instance, like, let's say there's kind of like that sanctioned, like, Last of Us. There's like clans of people and shit, and fighting another human being to like eat them. You know what I mean? Like, if you're stranded on an island with like 6 people, and then like they're like, okay, like we're gonna have to eat somebody to live, and you're just like, how do you decide, right? And I think the best way to decide is to fight.
Dude, that reminds me of Theo Vaughn talking about how he's like, if I was gonna eat somebody in a plane crash, it'd definitely be like Vietnamese.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That just reminds me of that. He's like, because they'll forgive you.
Yeah, dude. No,
Then who was it? Was it like Joe Rogan's like, yeah, you ever been to Vietnam? Like, they love Americans. He's like, Exhibit A. It's like, oh my god.
Exhibit A.
I don't know. It's just we're talking like stranded on the island with just random people.
Yeah.
Not like not like it was like you and I and 4 other people stranded on an island.
Yeah, because that would be a disadvantage.
No, I'd be like let's hightail it out and like go make like a shelter and booby trap the place.
Yeah, I'd eat.
Shit on sticks, put it in a pit, you know.
Yeah, like, well, then I won't want to eat them because they like get all infected.
You cut that limb off.
Yeah. I mean,
Quick, too. You just walk up. Just...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if you're in a situation like that, like, I would think that they're like, okay, like, one of us is gonna get eaten, and it's like we need to fight to just kill the weakest one.
Or the biggest.
See, I don't know, because like you cut off a fat cap when you make a brisket. Like, wait,
it's gonna taste a lot better than me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like a cow. You fatten up a cow. I mean, I've never really like looked at a human anatomy.
But you also look at the fact is like, is a smaller person or a person who's much larger going to be able to put more physical effort into sustaining people?
Yeah.
If it comes up to that situation, nothing against people who are larger.
Yeah,
but I mean, yeah, and we're probably gonna take you down first. Sorry.
I just think.
Well, say you died in the plane crash to your family, and we'll be like, oh, we memorialized them.
Dude, eating your family.
Eating your family. No, I said that the person we killed, we probably tell their family like, oh, they died in the plane crash.
Oh. I thought you meant like the plane crashes. You're the only one that survived, but there's like your family's dead and you have to eat.
No. I feel like we're part of the wrong generation to ask this question because most of our generation just doesn't even want to be alive at the moment. So it's just like it's almost like a blessing in disguise. It's like, oh, thank God.
I'd like to think I'd be like, yeah, you can eat me. But I'm saying that off the fact that like I get really bored easily. And I think if I was
Yeah.
stranded on an island, I'd just be like, dude, what the fuck's the point? And
But at that point, if you're saying you can eat me, it's probably you're sick or something. It's like, would
or
you want people to
starving.
eat? Yeah. I mean, if you're starving, I don't know. That's just a. It's a morally. It's a gray zone.
Yeah, dude. And then imagine like, 'cause when you're pregnant, you have to eat a lot, right?
Oh yeah.
Imagine if you're like on this island, and you like, for some fucking reason, have to be an idiot and reproduce. That'd be such a fucking like, because then you'd have to feed them. I'm sorry, I'm just like, my mind's racing about it. I haven't really thought about it that much. I'm just like, now I'm thinking about like,
It sounds like a Rust server or something.
yeah, dude.
A stranded island. It's like, oh, we gotta eat this guy.
Dude, I'm just happy that, I don't want to fucking worry about none of that shit, dude. I can just fucking go out, go to the grocery store, use my coupons.
I'm never gonna fly international now.
I mean, fucking, what do you think? Like, there's not many places in the world that's just like uninhabited.
There's some islands, but I mean, like the chances of you hitting an unarmed or not unarmed, uninhabited island are
Really
quite low.
Yeah.
Also, your chances of like crashing into the ocean on a stranded island are quite low.
Bro, oh my god. Fucking such a fat fear. Anytime I've flown internationally, fucking loop. Anytime I've flown internationally, being over the ocean,
I wouldn't look. Nope.
bro, I
We
mean,
would.
it's so crazy. It's just nothing. It's just like
Dude,
nothing.
we went on that cruise in March,
Yeah.
and I think that second was the second day. Yeah, the second day, I like walked out and like looked, and I saw nothing, and I immediately was like,
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay.
Dude, I could not imagine a plane crash and you're sitting in a fucking buoy, or you're sitting in like a raft that the plane has on it in the middle of the ocean, waiting for a rescue plane or something. Fuck all of that. Fuck that heavy. In the middle of the fucking ocean, dude, it's like the tides and rapids are so much more aggressive. I wouldn't even
Oh
want to
yeah.
like, dude, like. I feel like when people think about the ocean, think about like it's like it's very unexplored. I think like some people just haven't seen like the vastness, or like some of the people that live on a beach. They're like, yeah, I've gone like 3 miles off a shore. I was like, cool, bro. You didn't even get the cusp of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you haven't been 200 miles out.
Yeah, and like I haven't. I couldn't even imagine being a cargo ship person, dude. Fuck all that. Any job that requires me to get to the ocean, you can kiss that one goodbye, bro. I'm not fucking doing it. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Imagine being
fuck.
one of those guys who's the deep sea
Welder.
welders that live underwater and those like for 3 months you just live underwater and
Couldn't be me, bro. Couldn't be
I mean
me.
you make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's also like the death rate.
Yeah, the
Right,
mortality rate's so high.
yeah, because like I used to know the name of this thing. It was
The underwater like sea anomaly where
yeah, if you
the,
like
the pressures change so drastically like you don't know you're in it until it's too late and then like you're sucked into like a crack that's
the size
7 centimeters
yeah,
thin and you just get that's horror. That's terrifying because like apparently like allegedly it's like you feel it happen but it's too late
yeah,
and in that like that
yeah,
split
'cause, like,
second you're just gone.
yeah, because like if anyone's I wish I mean if you want to look it up, I don't really fucking remember what
Yeah.
it is, but it's like so let's say you're working on a pipe underwater and this pipe is let's say it's like 2 feet around. There's no water in that pipe. If let's say it's just running air, once that pipe breaks to there's an equation behind it to match the pressure that's not in the pipe. Water rushes into it at such a force that it can legitimately suck you and crush you into it. And it doesn't matter. Like, if it's a crack, it's different, but you can lose, like, an arm in a tiny crack. If it's, like, let's say you punctured a hole, like, I don't know, the size of like a beer can or something, you get sucked right into it and fucking die. And, yeah.
Yeah, I just remember seeing it with like the video of that crab.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
like
trying to
it's
see-
it's like a slit in the pipe, and that crab walks over it. It's like, and I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit!
Yeah, I'm trying to see what they call it. I'm on Reddit right now, but
Oh my god.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's like a differentiation between like the pressure levels, and you get stuck in it, and then you just yeah, that's scary.
Dude,
No thanks. No thank you.
imagine putting your dick in that.
It'd be like that scene from VHS, just
That'd be...
ripped
Bro,
right
you want
off.
to hear a funny story? So my mom, when she went to college, she had I don't think they were friends. It was just like somebody in like the dorms or whatever, or it was in high school. Dude, this guy, when you're a kid, you discover yanking it. So this dude wanted to like, you know, fuck something. I guess I must have been high school, and so he put his dick in a vacuum tube.
I've heard that's a pretty common thing.
But okay, so this is back in the
70s?
70s, yeah, and it wasn't like the tube. So it used to just have like a base, and then it had like the thing coming off of it, and he took that long part off, and it has a spinning blade in it. That's how they work.
And just
and
shredded
he did
it.
and it didn't come off all the way off. He just like cut a fucking fat portion of the base of his cock. Oh no, like a side of it. So it was like it was like hanging. So if this is the whole thing, it was like cut and then it went. So he had to
You get that reattached.
He did, but the thing is, like, he had to go and tell his parents.
Put my dick in the vacuum.
vacuum.
I feel like as a parent, I probably wouldn't care at that point. I'd be like, holy shit.
I'd be like, bro, you're wild, dude. I'm like, yo, honey, grab the camera. Our kid's a fucking idiot.
Bro, bring it on the go. Bring it on the go. Get in the car.
Just ask me for a pocket pussy, bro. I'll buy if my kid wants something, I want to be open enough to be like, yo, like, so like for me, when I was a kid growing up in like a Christian family, like talking about masturbation was not a thing. I like did not learn that from my family. I learned that from friends and other shit, and also other parents, because like they would like talk to their kids and we would be
What?
there.
Oh.
Yeah, they would be like,
It's a weird topic.
We would go out on a date, like a double date or something. Our parents would bring us, and or like even like seriously, even like a sleepover, like with a bunch of people there. And they just were like, okay, so you guys might fuck tonight. We're like freshmen in high school, or like sometimes middle school, because I had a couple friends that lost their virginity in like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
Which that's wild, bro.
I
Good
feel like that's
for
kind
you,
of.
I guess, but holy fuck. I remember this couple, dude. They like, I mean, they're not together at all anymore. But like, I remember 7th. I remember 7th grade, dude. He was like, I remember my friend came in. He's like, yeah, so I fingered her last night.
He was just like, smell this.
Yeah, no, for real. He's like, I didn't even shower this morning, dude. Here. No, like, and he's like, dude, and I was like, all of us in the locker room at the gym, we were like, yo, like,
What?
where is it? Like, what the fuck is that? And like, he's like, yeah, man. He's like, feels mad nice in there. Like, and we're like, no way. And then like, legitimately a couple weeks later, he's like, yeah, man. I had sex with her. And we were like, no shit. And then I know that you might think I'm lying, like if anyone's listening. I asked her because we were all friends in a friends group, and she had told her friends that they had sex as well. And then like one of them told us, and we were like, oh my god, this kid's not fucking shitting around. Right. So this is another thing, and I want to hear my fucking stupidity as a child. So women have periods. I don't know if anyone knew that, but women have periods, and they don't get their periods obviously until like, oh shit, my seat went down. Until they hit puberty and all that shit. And sometimes you hit puberty and you don't get it, but no, I don't know. And dude, so my health teacher, had explained that as blossoming. Your flower blossoms. Okay.
It's weird. It's weird. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Well, yeah,
Was it a dude?
No, it was a woman. She was like low key very hippie. She would like smoke joints.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Like back in the day, that was like considered.
Yeah, dude, I remember she'd be like, kids don't
blossom.
smoke cigarettes, and she would like be behind the school smoking. We all thought she was smoking cigarettes now, but she was like legitimately toking up weed in middle school, like behind the thing. But no, so she said blossoming, right? So in my head, so then we learned about the hymen. Okay.
It's a hymen.
It's like a thing in the vagina. Oh man, I sound so fucking stupid right now.
I mean,
like,
I just asked what it is, so.
I mean, okay, dude. Let me, so I don't look like too much of a fucking idiot. I'm gonna look up what it is. It is a hymen. Sorry, hymen, not hymen. It's a thin piece of tissue located at the opening of the vagina. The hymen needs to open to allow menstrual blood and normal secretions to exit the vagina. Hymens come in different shapes and sizes. So, pretty much, so it's a piece of skin, right? And
Mm.
and if someone doesn't have their period, so I wasn't wrong in a sense, but you break it.
Is that like popping the cherry?
Yes,
Okay.
it's breaking the hymen, and it's like, I guess it's not really that hard to do, but apparently it can be very painful. So, and a lot of people will break their hymen using tampons. So, this is why I was stupid. So I didn't ask him because I was not about to, like, all in the locker room, like, oh man, you fucking got some pussy, like, that's crazy. In my head, I was like, how the fuck did he do that? She hasn't blossomed yet. So in my head, vaginas were closed.
And then they just.
They opened, yeah, and I'm like, the hymen, because I knew I didn't know it was like you could break it and shit. I just was like, how could he fit his fingers and shit in there if it's closed? This is my best representation of vagina. Here's the clitoris. I just thought
It opened.
You couldn't get in there. Man, dude, I was so confused as a child. I was like, dude, how the fuck? I was like, and then like when I brought that up in college, I brought some girls that I was talking to. It was like really funny, and they were like, "You thought vaginas, you just couldn't get into them at all?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, I thought it was legitimately kind of like a fucking pistachio that hasn't like
Pistachio?
grown yet. I thought it was like a legitimate nut, and you couldn't break it." And
And you were
like,
just.
they were like, "Are you fucking stupid?" And I was like,
You were in the locker room telling this kid, you're like, yo, stop the gap.
"Yeah, stop the gap, dude."
Stop
I was
the
like,
gap.
"There's no way you put your fingers in there. That didn't work that way." Yeah, man. I mean, fucking no, dude. I just like it made no sense to me. I mean, obviously, when I was a kid, sex, didn't. I mean, because I had watched porn since like third grade. Like I think we talked about this. But even watching, because I just looked it up for boobs. Like it wasn't much of anything for me. But so when I first saw someone having sex, I had no idea what they were doing. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Why are they?"
I know
doing
what you mean.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And yeah, so like, so I broke my hymen. That's what I'm getting at.
Broke my hymen and.
Yeah, dude, no, and like, I remember when I lost my virginity, it was sophomore year of high school. So then I was like, oh, I'm pretty set because the hymen's probably open. I'm fucking stupid as shit, bro. I was like, bro, I feel like there's little things that even now that I think are probably normal but make no sense because I've just never brought it up to people. And I feel like when it comes out, like someone says something that's like very niche, and I just go, oh, like yeah, dude, I like say that. I thought ovulating was getting wet, but no, it's like you're ready to have a kid. Oh man, I'm fucking stupid, dude. We need to
All right,
educate men on vaginas. That's all I'm saying.
That's a great segue into, I don't know, something.
Something.
We were talking about breaking hymens and
Breaking hymens, dude, and taking names.
ovulating.
Ovulating. Yo. All right, dude. Hold on. Ready? We'll start a new segment. It's called Drink Corner. We don't talk for 10 minutes and we chug as much as we can.
I'm not doing that. Nope, it's not happening. Ugh.
Yeah. In America, I never went to a bar or anything, used a fake nothing until I turned 21 because, listen, if you're not 21 and you go to a bar before you're 21, there ain't nothing to it. You know what I mean? Like, you save that. I know it sounds annoying, but just save. I know you might have older friends. Just save it till you turn 21, bro, because it's gonna become the most boring part of your life. Not boring, but
Throw a party.
yeah, it doesn't have the same like feel to it after you go to a bar another time, and then you just start going to other bars. Also, it saves you money not to go to a bar, but it's also fun. Like, go on a first date or some dumb shit. Like, it's fun to go to a bar, but like, I just had people, they turned 21 and they would walk into the bar and they would go to that bar all the time because that's like one of the places that would take their fake, and then it got to the point where they didn't have to give them their ID because all the bartenders knew them. And then they would have their 21st birthday and they'd go to that bar because they hit a bunch of bars on their 21st, and they'd go in and then someone would be like, oh my god, it's her fucking birthday. and the bartenders can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen so many times, and the bartenders legitimately laugh. They're like, that was a good fake. They're like, I had no idea. Like, I legitimately had no idea. And like, it's so funny. I was with this girl, and she walked in. She turned 21, and the guy was like, "You weren't 21 for the past like year and a half." She was like, "Nope." He goes, "Man, you got me." Because like, what are you gonna do? Like,
You can't do anything.
You can't do anything at that point.
I mean, you kick him out.
That's the
I don't think anybody's gonna do that.
21st birthday, dude.
But it's also
You
Maine.
can't kick him out.
It's also Maine.
Hey man, I wasn't trying to. I mean, I know it's Maine, but I'm not trying to get any fucking bars in trouble there. But you know, I'm trying to think of other illegal things I've done.
I don't think I've really done anything illegal.
I don't know. I used to steal a lot of shit.
That's cool.
That was a phase.
I never stole anything in my life.
Dude, that's crazy. You never like accidentally
Never.
walked out with something in your pocket?
Nope.
And then you looked.
Why would I put it in my pocket?
'Cause you're stealing.
Put it in my basket. No, yeah, I never did. I never had a fake.
I never.
Never had the fake phase. It was just because I think for my first 2 years of college, it was primarily like
Parties.
we threw parties.
Yeah.
I think like going into like freshman year, it was like going into freshman year of college. And if this is anybody who's like at a college level or going into college who might hear this, I don't think anybody will.
Yeah.
But like, I went into college expecting to be like invited to parties all the time, and like that's what it was gonna be. It was gonna be like party central, and that didn't happen.
Oh,
Like it never happened like at all.
you didn't get invited?
Never. And nobody at that point, my freshman year, in my like immediate friend group of like 4 people did. So we just decided we'd do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And we had a property of one of the people that we were like, this would be a cool place. It's like out somewhere where no cops are showing up. And then I think for like the first like 3 or 4, it was just a word of mouth. We were like, we're doing this here, tell everybody. And like the first 4 parties were like 60 plus.
Yeah.
From like all over. And they were super fun, super awesome. We'd always plan them out. We'd always have to plan out because like being college, you're poor. So you'd have to be like, we're gonna have a party next month, and you would save up all your money from working. Then you would go to your
Did you supply alcohol to people? Huh. I
Yep.
would love to go to your parties, bro. What the fuck?
we'd have a I mean to an extent, like we said BYOB, but like if you showed up, we had like 4 or 5 handles and a shit ton of mixers. And like, you know, like 2 or 3 30 racks of beer.
That's fucking insane.
So we would like, because we would go into, I'm not going to incriminate the store. We would go to a store near the university where we had our hookup, and we would go in, we would survey and write it down. We're going to get these handles. We want to get this beer. And then we would go to our hookup, give it the list to them, plus a little bit of extra money.
Yeah, always.
And be
Yeah,
like,
if you're
get
fucking
whatever
not
you want for
21
yourself.
You're not 21 and you're fucking asking people about alcohol and you don't tip, bro. Eat a fat dick.
You got to tip them. You got to tip them
Unless
because
you
they
know
won't be
them.
your
Like,
hookup.
yeah, I've had people I know and they're like, "Hey, can you grab alcohol on your way?" And I've known them for like my whole life, and I'd be like, "Yeah, for sure." But fuck you if I don't know you.
I had a hookup from one of my first jobs that I tipped him, I think the second time, and he spent more money on what I wanted than what he did. He got me something better, and I got what he wanted. He's like, yeah, I spent like 10 extra bucks of my own money.
Huh, that's nice.
It was like nice, but I mean, also hung out with the guy quite a bit. But yeah, we would supply the own stuff, and we'd always try to like chip in and have money for it. So like the first like 4 parties were really, really sweet. I don't remember them, but the parts I remember were really fun.
Yeah, dude. No, dude, another thing we did that was illegal. So, in my house where I used to live with my roommates, over the summer, we built a bar, and so it was like made out of pallets and it had like seats, and then I got some grass lining, so it had like the part where you sit at, it was like a little bit elevated, and then the part you sit at had grass on it, like a turf thing, kind of just make it look unique, and then it had like signs that were given to us, and and
By the government.
by the government. So we had signs, we put those all over it, and I mean, dude, the bar looked sick. We put vinyl on the top. Everything was cool about it, and then my friend, had his brother's friend he was way older. He was moving out and it was like fiance or some shit. He was like, I have no use for this kegerator anymore. So we had a kegerator with CO2 and it had 2 handles on it. We had one refillable keg that was I don't want to call it a pony, it wasn't a pony keg, but it was like a thin keg and you could refill it. And then what you do is you put in 1.2 gallons of vodka and 4.1 gallons of fruit punch, and you let the CO2, and then you pour one thing, let the CO2 run through it for 2 days, because like obviously CO2 is always going to be in it because it's ready to fucking go, and then it would carbonate it, and then you would have legitimately soda. It was like fruit punch soda, and like you could not taste the vodka at all. So I highly recommend getting a refillable keg. And then we also had a full keg right next to it of beer. So what we would do at the bar, someone would be the bartender, and I loved doing it. I mean, I liked it until I got done drunk enough where I was like, I don't want to be behind the bar anymore. I want to go dance out in the dance part of the house. So I was like, yeah, we would, we would sell alcohol. You could like come up if you didn't have anything, you could just buy it. We had like the Venmo written on a whiteboard right on the fridge, and
I think we tried to do that.
Yeah.
It was like if you didn't bring booze, it was like 15 for dudes and like 5 for girls. Because we don't. Well, I mean,
it's always
because
funny just like now hearing shit like that. Like, yeah, if you're a chick, it's like you can definitely come in here.
well, no, it's just because we didn't. One thing I think the first few parties that was good before it turned into like a frat thing at the university we went to was we always wanted to have like the equal ratio.
Yeah.
Between dudes and girls, because if it's like 50 dudes and 10 girls, it's weird.
What do you mean, bro? Sausage fest is sick.
It's a dynamic. It's like those
Yeah.
10 people who aren't dudes. It's almost like extremely awkward and weird for them.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing ended up kind of going downhill with the inclusion of a fraternity, and it went from being like it went from being invites only to like the 15 people that were a part of it, plus like the, I guess you call it the original starters.
Yeah,
so it was like
our
18 people.
Our university, when he says fraternity, it was not a fucking fraternity. It was a fucking
houses.
after school club that had Greek letters, and there's like
It was like
15
Big Brother, but with guys who were like 19 and 20.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking stupid as shit. And if you're in it and you listen to this and you know what I'm talking about and you were like a part of it, and not fuck you, but like you should have realized what you were doing, you fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck off. That was so stupid.
It was super lame when that shit started happening, because like we were throwing like really nice, like, I would say nice because like shit would happen at them, but like we were throwing like cool things where like we'd have like 40 people max most of the time, but it was 40 people like circulating. Like people would like come up, show up, and then leave, then more people would show up. So it was just like a constant stream of like people coming in and leaving. Like you were just meeting a bunch of new people. It was like almost a good way to connect. Again, I don't remember any of them, but I met some really cool people, I bet.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's another thing, like having the house where I lived with my roommates. I think the most we had in our house, which became, because it was a house, but it wasn't like frat house level size, so we could like, because obviously like we had friends that would come to my house in fraternities, and like they would invite, like, because we invited them, they would invite us, and like we would go to their house and they would have like 500 people, you know what I mean, and like we just can't fit 500 in our house. So what we would do for ours more was like themed events, and even having like events like the American Challenge, which actually I was talking to my friends about that the other day. I was like, I wish we did more of those, because that was probably the most fun I've had. Not the most fun, but like some of the funniest times I remember. But like our house, most we ever had was my 21st birthday. We had 125 people in there, and that became a danger because the floor started bending and caving, and because my dumbass decided we had all floors open except for the 3rd floor, because that was only bedrooms, so we were like, don't go up there. We blocked it off with a table and shit, but obviously, dude, fucking people in my fucking room, fucking in my fucking room, dude, fucking hate it. And then, like, but no, so the thing was, my smart idea was to I had these, like, big-ass fucking speakers, and, like, it had, like, a mixer on it, and I did have a scratch pad, but it broke. And so we had, like, a DJ set up, loudspeakers, and bro, I put it on the 2nd floor instead of putting it on the bottom floor with all like the fucking supports.
Yeah,
So I
it's a
was like,
bad
that's the
move.
dance floor. Like, go up there if you want to dance. And then there's like, you know, in that area, it's like shoulder to shoulder. There's like too many people in the fucking house, obviously. And I was like, yo, some of you, there is music downstairs. We have like a giant speaker down there too, but there's only one, and it's like a Bluetooth one, but it was like one of those expensive like Sony ones. That's like a giant
Hmm.
boombox. So I was like, it's not gonna be as loud, but like you can go down there, and that's where we had the game. So the bottom floor was like we had like a 3 pong tables, like everything you could like want, and like games to play. But the thing was, it was like the floor started caving, and then that's when I think after that, the most we had in that house was probably around like 60. I think we had 80 one time, but it was just like after you have that many people, like we threw that party for my 21st, and it was really fun. But also on the other hand, like I wanted to have a good time, my roommates wanted me to have a good time and not worry about anything, but then obviously us being us, we all were fucking pissed drunk. So it's like no one's taking care of the house. So then I start taking care of it. Fucking my other roommate started to take care of it, but we had a roommate who was more connected to the house, and when the floor started bending, people downstairs started running upstairs, and they were like, I'm not trying to get fucking crushed. But then obviously now the fucking maybe there's like 30, 40 people downstairs. They're running upstairs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like there's more people upstairs now, and they're jumping, dancing, music, hyping up, dude. Fucking, I think Mo Bamba just came out. You know what I mean? It's like, and everyone's like, whatever, and fucking, yeah. It's like it just got dangerous, and like I remember being like, I was like, hey, like, I shut the music off because I obviously had control of it. So I was like, shut the music off, and they're like, whoa. And I was like, listen, guys, it's my birthday. I was just trying to get their attention, and they like, woo. And I was like, I have a birthday wish. And I was like, can you sing happy birthday to me? So they did. So then I had their attention, and then I was like, my birthday wish is, can you please, if you're dancing, I hate to be that guy, can you not fucking jump? Because the floor is bending and caving.
Yeah, it's not good.
Bro. And then fucking one of my close friends, one of it was like best friends pretty much, dude. In the background, he just goes, "Fuck you, play the music." And then my future roommate's like, "Yeah, break the floor, fuck you." And I'm like,
Ugh.
bro, and they were just trying to like get people like insinuate a fucking riot. And these kids like, yeah, dude. And apparently after that, after I did that, people did stop jumping. But when I left to go back downstairs to take care of some shit, apparently people were like jumping off of our couches and shit, like stomping on the floor as hard as they could to break it.
Yeah,
So I was like,
it's not good.
yeah,
Respect your hosts.
yeah, respect the host.
Respect your hosts. If you want to get invited again, respect your hosts.
Yeah, dude. And then it was also
I never did, but do it.
but then that's the other thing, because down the street there was a satellite fraternity, and they would have parties. But the thing was, a lot of times when we would have parties, people would walk into our house. We had no idea who they were.
Mhm.
So like, which was fine. But some people were like super disrespectful. Cause I walked upstairs one time. There's a bunch of people. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but they kind of looked like a little cracky. So it was like, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh fuck, like, who are you? And they're like, who the fuck are you? And I was like, the dude that fucking owns this house. Who the fuck are you? And they'd be like, oh, like you don't have to like press us like that. I was like, I'm not trying to press you. I was like, just fucking tell me like who you are. And then I was like, did you mean to come here, or were you trying to go to the fraternity? And he's like, yeah, we're trying to go to the fraternity. Like, they're leader of their little group. And I was like, you have the wrong house. And he goes, yeah. He's like, I was going to say, because this shit's not fucking bumping. I was like, dude, yeah, there's only like fucking 50 people in this house. Like, it's not the fraternity. The fraternity's fucking house down the road is way fucking bigger. So, like, yeah, and he was so rude. I had to escort them out, and then like he's being a dick. And then I offered to walk him to it. I was like, if you want to find it, I was like, they black out their windows and shit, 'cause they live near old people. We don't. Well, I mean, it's up the road, but their neighbors are old. So I was like, I'll walk you to it and show you where it is. And he was like, fuck you, bro, get away from us. Like, you're mad weird. And I was like, just don't be a fucking asshole. Yeah, just like the fact that like even you're in the house and I didn't freak out and kick you out. Like, I mean, I was like, I told them they could stay, but I was like, you're at the wrong house.
I feel like if you show up to some place, like, especially around the area we went to college, they have a lot of student residencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you show up somewhere and like you just come in and someone's like, hey, like, who are you? Don't be confrontational.
Yeah, don't just have the decency.
Just be like, oh, it's like, oh,
my
I
name's
saw what's
Mark.
going
What's
on.
up?
my name's this, we saw it going on, like we know somebody who might be here, they're going to be way more understanding and probably more accepting of you like staying there,
Yeah.
or even being nice enough to be like, oh, I know who that is, they're down here now if you want to go there.
Yeah. And
But
like,
they probably, but again, like if you're just like respecting about it, like you might see that person again at something, you'd be like, and if they recognize it, they might put in a good word for you or something, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
we
It's
have a
just
party.
like,
We're having a party next weekend. Like that was the thing. Like, for it was cool. So when I say frats that we went to with the big houses, that was a different university. We went to a
it's not
we went
ours.
to a private.
Yep.
So like when we would throw parties, I lived with most people that went to the state university, except for two that I lived with. There's three of us that went to Husson. I'll just say we went to Husson, and then there's the other three. So there's six of us went to UMaine. So it was.
We're just calling it out now.
I mean, yeah, we're from Maine. It's like fucking whatever. So yeah, like they would come in and talk to us, and that was the thing. Like, I guess like if you're trying to get to parties, but even after meeting those people, bro, holy fuck, I got a job. One guy in a fraternity invite me over all the time, and then it got easier. I could show up alone at a fraternity, and they'd be like, "Come inside." You know what I mean? And it happened all the time. And I'd get invited, and they'd be like, "Hey, can you?" And some people would be like, "Hey, can you bring girls?" I'd be like, "Yeah, gladly. I'll just ask anyone if they want to go out." And so like, respect me, but also those guys, because fraternities, besides partying, are a fantastic way to make connections and also get jobs. So like those guys, one of these guys really liked me, and we talked about working all the time and our majors and shit. And he got me a fucking job. I declined it after I like started talking to him about it, and then I handed it off again to another person that I got handed a job by a person in a fraternity, and I didn't want it because it was like events-based planning, and I didn't want to plan events. And it was cool. It was a cool thing. But like I was like, it's not selling, but you like have to not cold call, but call the companies and like be like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'd set up their booths and be like, for this fucking giant event, you're gonna be here and do this, and like this is your times and whatever, which is cool. I just didn't want to do it, and then I passed on to another dude that I met at partying. You know, fucking everything. You would meet people. I got paid by people to be like, they'd be like, oh, I know you do videos. Can you do a music video for me? I'd be like, yeah, dude, like stay in contact with me, follow me on Instagram, I got you. And yeah, I'd like work with those people later on, just meeting them at parties. Like I think going out and partying is honestly kind of a really good thing. It's socially good. I know it's like
It's a good way to network.
really good way to network. And when you're drunk, and if you do drink, I'd say go out and not drink if you don't want to. But if you're drunk and you go out, a lot of people are more open, and like they'll be like, oh, like you do this, I do this. Stay in touch with me, da 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 da. And like I've met like very fucking cool people, and now I've met like really successful people that I'm still in touch with, and like I'm gonna go visit them. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, you should come out.
Dude, that reminds me of so we already talked about the university we went to. I went to a few parties on the Ave. During 2020, which probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Shouldn't have done it. But I met a guy at a party. People I was with, I drove everybody up there and could not drive back to that person's house. Like 4 a.m, and I met this guy, and he was like, "Hey, you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're just trying to get back." It was gonna be like an hour walk to get from one side of Orono to the other side of Old Town, around the location where you were located with family, like on that street itself.
Yeah.
So think about the Ave to there, and I met this guy, and he was like, "Hey, I'll drive you." And I was like, "Do you have a car?" He's like, "No." He's like, "I can drive your car there, and I'll walk back." And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, I got you, no problem. He's like, I haven't drank in like 3 hours. I mean, he might have been drinking, I don't know, but I had to get there. But like, gave him the keys, and he drove us there, dropped the car off. He said goodnight. We all went to bed because he added me like on Snapchat. And now I just get snaps from him, and he's from Dubai.
Oh no shit, dude, that's cool as fuck.
And I just get I'll see like a snap story, or he'll like send like a snap to people, and I'll be in it. And it'll just be this guy like cruising down like the highways in Dubai, being like,
yeah, dude, yeah.
It's weird. It's weird.
You meet great people. Like I like meeting people. Like I think that's like one of my favorite activities, meeting people. Like when I was in Nashville over the weekend, bro, I met so many fucking people. It was awesome. Like yeah, dude, like it was so fucking cool. And like even the we were at a really nice, like kind of modern vibey young place, and for like brunch and like to go get, and like everyone there was fucking drinking their shits off, and it's like fucking like 10:30 in the morning. But so we started drinking there, and I became friend. We like started talking to the bartenders and stuff, and like they were like super fucking cool, and like they we actually got like some of their numbers, and they like invited us out later out that night. Just like you know, you just like go and meet people. Yeah, no, like I think it was really cool, like the person just being like, hey, you let me into your home, I want to make sure people get home safe, I'll drive. And like I've done that before, like at parties, like I've been there, didn't really want to drink or anything, I just went. And then like, yeah, dude, people would be like, I need to get home, these people need to get home. And then like, you know, and like some, and obviously like sometimes like driving girls is like they don't really want to get in the car with you and everything, and I always respected that. I was like, it doesn't hurt my feelings, I understand it, you know. And then like sometimes the owner of the house, they would come up, and she'd be like, you know, like it's like his name's Josh, like I have his number, I also have his location on at all times, like if anything happens, like if you really want to get home, this is a free ride, and you know, whatever. And just he's safe, you know what I mean? Like, and I respect the shit out of that. Just someone being like, I don't want to get in the car with you. No disrespect to you at all. You're a dude and I don't know you. You know what
Yeah,
I
don't
mean?
get in the car with somebody you don't know.
Yeah, and like, and especially for chicks and guys, you know. And then I even told them, I like made a joke. I was like, listen, there's like 4 of you and 1 of me. Like, even if something happened, you all probably could beat the fuck out of me. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know. And then what's crazy is that happened. That happened a lot of times for like me giving rides and shit. And I made friends with almost every single one of those girls that I would drive. And then they would be like, hey, are you having a party? Like, you were really nice. Like, I saw your snap. Like, can we pull through? Obviously, my friends like, dude, fucking 6 chicks? Tell them to pull up. You know what I mean? So, like, I'd be like, yeah, you can come through. Like, and a big policy in our house was, it was, we would if anyone new came in, especially if they were a chick, we'd be like, we want to make sure that you get as drunk as possible, have as much fun as possible, but also stay safe. So I was like, these 4 guys are your safe haven, because some of our roommates didn't want to party, and they would leave when we had parties. But I mean, obviously they just had their own shit. But like, we would be like, these are the 4 safe havens. Like, you can go here. I was like, my room is always open. You know, I was like, you can go in my room. You can go in there. People don't really know you can get in my room, but I didn't have a lock on the door, so you can go in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, here's, like, I'd be like, you have my number, obviously, because you texted me. And I'd be like, text me if you go to the room. Be like, yo, like, I'm not comfortable. I was like, if someone's giving you bad shit, you just let us know and we'll kick them out. I was like, but I want to make sure that you get fucking so hammered you can't even stand, because I know that's what you want to do, and it's hard to do that in certain situations, especially as a woman. Because, you know, if you're like off your rocker, like doing that, and it happened a lot. And like, we had some guys, like people, obviously, like none of my roommates and friends, which is dope. And I feel like I was blessed, and we're all really blessed to have like really safe and fun people around us. But we had times like that in our house where like girls would be like falling over and shit. Or not falling over, but they'd just be like super drunk, and like we knew them, so after a while, so it was like, you know, we could tell that they're not in the right state of mind. And then guys would be like, and then we would see them be like, no, stop, you know, but they're too drunk to be like, what the fuck, you know, they're just like, you know, and we took care of it. Like, it was just like, they would like look at us and they give us a signal, and we'd be like, we come over and be like, hey man, like, I'd be like, that's my girlfriend, or like, this is that. And I'd be like, I was like, if you want to do something, go talk to someone else. Obviously she's too drunk to do this right now. And usually every dude is really respectful about it. They're like, oh, sorry bro, like, I didn't know. But we only had to kick out like a few people. And I think the worst one was on my 22nd birthday. There was this dude, and like fucking 2 dudes and 4 chicks came up to me, and they're like, get this fucking kid out of here. And it was like, and when we kicked him out, the girl that he like wouldn't leave alone, and like she was playing Pong with him, and he was like, I'm your partner, and he would like shove people if they wanted to play. He'd be like, no, dude, he's like, this is my bitch. Like, they didn't even know each other.
And this is how Josh and I met.
Yeah, dude. I kicked him out of my fucking house. No, yeah, and we kicked him out.
I'll go back a few episodes.
Dude, yeah, we kicked him out, And it was, and like right as we grabbed him to get him out, the girl looked at us and she was like, you know what I mean? She like
Mm-hmm.
mouthed it, and I was like, yeah, dude. I mean that part fucking sucks, but I mean, make sure you have a safe way home. Make sure you know at least a couple people who you're with. You know?
Yeah, I think the only person we had to kick out wasn't a dude; it was actually a girl.
Yeah.
So we had a friend at these parties we used to throw, and his birthday was in like the beginning of second semester. So like, what was that? Like mid-January, right? I think so, mid-January. His birthday was like this, like the third week of January. So we always had like a really good, big party for him. And I remember this party, like the day of or the day before, his girlfriend of like 6 years broke up with him.
Hell yeah.
So he was not. He was like, "This is my birthday. I'm getting hammered."
Yep.
And we're like, "We got you. It's cool. Cool. We'll keep you safe, you know." And we had two locations. The place we used to party. We had the main area. Then we had a secondary building that you could go to, which is where a lot of people usually just went
Did
to
you go?
smoke tobacco.
Did you ever go on the lake?
There was one party that they had, that they had a boat and they tubed and it was like a cookout. But I think I worked that day, so I wasn't able to go till the evening.
Yeah, I didn't want to incriminate like where it is, but like, I know it was on a lake, like it had lake access.
Yeah,
So it was
you know
like-
where it is. Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna say where, but it.
So
So
if you
dude,
know the property,
dude, you never like skinny dipped or some shit in that bitch. Like just everyone's drunk. He's like, let's go. You never did that, or you don't remember?
I remember, but it was a bad idea at that time for the reason I wanted the skinny dip.
Okay.
If you get my drift, like,
Yeah.
let's go skinny dipping.
Let me see your boobies.
Water is not good.
Oh my god, you think it's gonna go in your pee hole? Oh, now I get what you're talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, you
I'm
know what I'm
very
talking about.
I'm very
I'm
fucking slow, dude. I'm so sorry, dude.
It's
I don't know if
it's
you
like
just saw
it's,
the
it's like
realization of my fucking
water.
eyes.
Yeah. Water's not a good aspect.
Yeah, it's like
that was the
snake in a
only time
pipe.
for skinny. But no, so it was like that party was so he was drinking a lot, and we had this one girl show up from another university, not from the two we said. I'm not gonna say the university, but and he was like just obliterated. Like I
Dartmouth.
watched him one time. Dartmouth.
It was Penn State. They actually had Sandusky at
It
their
was
house.
Penn State.
Yeah.
But I like at one point I remember him like walking out of one of the buildings and just projectiling like in 180
That's so sick.
and then going and then walking back in and picking up another drink. But he was so drunk. He was so sad, which we wanted him to have fun, but we watched him. But this one girl was like all over him. Like straddling him, like neck kissing, all of that. And it got to a
Jesus
point where
Christ.
he was so drunk he couldn't do anything. He was just like passed out kind of.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, hey, like he's not like conscious, like he's not in a state for
get
like
off
to have, yeah, like you shouldn't be doing that. Like, could you please get off him? And she did, and then we caught her again. And at this point, we were like, all right, you need to leave. Like he is like black, like he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. And you gotta.
And so like
leave.
we kicked her out. We don't know if she got a ride. We were like, you need to get the fuck out right now. Like, get off him. This is bad. Like, he's going through a lot where he's just trying to have a good time. And he had a good time. He doesn't remember it. But the next day, dude, he woke up. It looked like somebody had punched him in the neck.
Oh fuck! So she was like.
He had like broken skin, so many hickeys, and we were like, oh my, we felt bad. I mean, he wasn't upset. Yeah, we told him what was happening, and he was appreciative of what had happened, like what had happened. Like, people have been like, get off. Like, I think a couple of us caught her the first time, and the second time I wasn't a part of it, but they were like, you need to leave, you need to get the fuck out of here right now. Like, get out. Like, the owner of the property, I think he didn't drink too much when we were doing it, but he was like, yeah, you need to leave, like leave right now. And he was appreciative of it, but man, he was in like, his neck was just ruined.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucked.
And if he watches this, he might remember, but I don't know if he's gonna watch it.
Dude,
but
yeah, no, I will say, I knew when I was a freshman in college, I went to this house party, and I just to preface, I only got drunk like twice in high school. I wasn't really a drinker. I smoked weed a lot in high school, and then like I I haven't smoked weed in since junior year of high school. I just stopped smoking. It gives me like anxiety attacks. And that's a
Yeah,
whole nother thing.
can't do it.
We
Yeah,
can talk about
same
that.
thing.
Which actually be a good topic maybe next time, just talking about weed.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, I went to this party and I had a girlfriend of 2 years at that point, and I was like going, and there was a girl I knew, and I was like, I'm in college, I'm at a party, this is like all new to me. I was like, I'm fucked. So I got like that where I couldn't walk,
Mm-hmm.
my legs weren't working. I would be like this, and I open my eyes, look around, and then I'd like pass back out. And my manager for my job was there. And we were the same fucking age. She had just worked at this company that just opened up, but when it opened up, she got a job, and she'd worked there for like 3 years, so they gave her a managerial position. And dude, she's helping me out. I look at her and I'm like, "Can you get me up? I'm gonna puke, and I don't want to puke." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Puke." She got me up, and then she was like, she was like, "I'm really happy that," she was like, "you were like understanding enough to like you didn't vomit on yourself, that I'm just straying away." So there's this girl, and I know who it is. I know her. I've talked to her again, and she knew who I was because we had known each other for a long time. She knew my girlfriend too. I was passing out. I was in and out of consciousness. Didn't know what the fuck was going on. And yeah, I like closed my eyes, and I opened my eyes, and there was someone, that girl, not my manager. Because my manager was getting me water across the fuck. It was a big house, and this girl's straddling me and kissing me on the mouth and like neck. And I was like, I went, no, and I passed out again. Yeah, dude. So, and she was like grinding on me and groping me, and I'm sitting like this, so I'm kind of like leaned back in this couch, like she's doing all that, dude. Next thing I know, I open up my eyes, bro, and I see my manager, not a big woman at all, very skinny woman. She goes, boo, like fucking hits that bitch, dude. And she goes, get the fuck off him. You know he has a girlfriend. She's like, fuck you. I'm not going to say the girl's name. She's like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what are you doing? He can't even move. Yo, I'm not going to say your name, the girl that did that, but you're fucking awesome. And I know we've talked about it before. So her and I have, and I'm still in touch with her here and there. But like, dude, I'm so thankful I had my manager there, because that's the other thing. I didn't know many people there, and that's what I was saying earlier. You should know somebody. I knew my friend that went with me, but I lost him because he was talking to this girl, and like they not left the party, they left to go somewhere. And I knew my manager, and that was it. And like I didn't know many other people. Actually, a lot of people at that party I know well now, but like, yeah, dude. She like hip checked her right off and was like, get the fuck off of him. And then she could not believe what just happened. And I'm like. Thank you. I'm like can't really move. I'm like, thank you so much. And the next day, dude, I had to work, so I was 2 hours late to work because I stayed at that place, so they couldn't get me up. Right.
Oh.
So then I woke up at like 3:30, 4 in the morning, still fucking drunk, and they were like, yo, go in this bed, and they're all doing like. So you just imagine little of me not really seeing much of partying and anything to do with being inebriated or unsobered. I wake up and people are doing like coke. I saw, I think it was ketamine.
Ketamine?
Yeah, they're doing K.
So ketamine? Oh my god.
Yeah, they were doing drugs, man. And I was like, and the guy goes, "Oh, you're up, dude." Fuck, dude. I didn't. Like, we doing?
You're still here.
And no, so he picked me up and brought me to a room. I woke up, dude, and they stole my shoes off my feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they stole my shit. Like I don't know who it was, and I asked them. They're like, yeah, man, it could have been anybody. And I was like, yeah, you fucking tweakers. Like, what the fuck you know about it? So yeah, dude, they stole my shoes off my feet. They were like expensive, because I used to be into shoes. So, dude, yeah, but no, yeah, dude, that's happened to me too. Like having just like somebody like, and that's what I don't understand, dude. Like, bro, like shoot your shot when they're like conscious. Why are you like pocket watching? You're like out here waiting for them to get drunk enough to be like, oh, here I go. I think that's the guys and girls both ways. That's the fucking grossest and weirdest thing to me. You're like, oh, they're drunk enough now.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's my butt in on that. It's like, dude, I just don't agree with like two people who are inebriated
Oh,
getting together.
oh yeah,
I think it's such a bad combo.
yeah, man. No, I
Like
get
just
that.
burping right now. We give.
Hi guys. I'm not
Yeah.
burping.
But it's like, yeah, I just think, I mean, being in college, I mean, you have a different mentality at that point. But like looking back on, it's like that's not a good.
Yep.
Like if it gets to that point, I feel like during like a party, like talking to somebody, like pick it up the next day.
Yep.
Pick it up at a different point because you could regret it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's two. So I expect. So like I was. I'll say this one quicker, even though it's not really like a quick subject, but I'm really happy that I was raised by my father. My father's an amazing man, and he taught me all these things, like woman's right in pretty much all the situations. You never like touch. Da, 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 da. So I had almost any time that I was like drunk and there was a girl that was like hammered drunk, I'd always reject. We would be fine. Like there was a girl I was hanging out with, and it was all chilling, and like we had had kissed, and and she just got really fucked up after we went to the second party we went to, and she was like, "I want to go home with you. We're going home together." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. You were very attractive. We're having a good time." I was like, "But you were too drunk, and I just don't agree with that because I'm not that drunk, and I have enough in my mind to be like, no." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will say, oh yeah, whatever, fuck it. I will say, like, I had relations with a person. Well, we were both really drunk, and it was our first time. We ended up like talking for a long time, but with that person, I remember being like, I kept asking if it was okay, and she was like, "Oh my God, shut up, just like go." You know what I mean? But it was like when I had brought it up the next day, I had said something that had happened during the getting to know each other in that way, and she was like, "Oh, I don't remember doing that." And I not like freaked out at her. I like freaked out internally. I was like, "How do you not remember?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. Like I didn't know." And she was like, "No, it's fine. Like I do it all the time." And I was like, "Oh, gross." I was like, "Dude, no, that's fucking. I mean, it's not. I don't care if you sleep with other people. It's just like, bro." And I'm not polyamorous. I'm not poly at all. I'm just saying, like, obviously in college, like people do what they want. But the thing is, like, bro, like the fact that she was like, "No, I do this. I don't remember like a lot of the times." And I was like, "What?" And I told her, I was like, "We're not doing that again, dude." I was like, "If we do that, like," and we talked for like a while after, but like, and we would, if we did, it would always be like we did it sober, and all that shit. But if we did, we'd go out and drink, and if she got too drunk, it was like I was like, "No," you know what I mean? Because it's just like, if you're not gonna remember this shit, dude.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's scary.
It's really not the vibe.
It's not, and it's really
It's
weird.
not
in the
a
morning
vibe.
when they're like, "Oh, did we have sex last night?" And you're like, you're like,
Yeah?
"What?" Yeah.
There's
For a whole long 2.5 minutes, dude. It was sick.
I didn't even get in.
I didn't. I just you took your clothes off, and I busted. I didn't even get to do anything.
I slept on the floor.
Yeah, dude. No, it's just like, oh man, dude.
Yeah, no, I just feel like it's not the best vibe. I mean, unless you're in, I would say, like a consensual relationship.
Yeah.
Like then it's something that two people need to talk about.
Which
Like,
also
this
can
is
still be
fine.
great.
This is okay.
Yeah, it can still.
It still can be.
still
Yes,
can
you
be.
need to talk about it with your significant other beforehand. Be like it's okay. Like if I am inebriated, it's 100% okay. Like like if it's that situation, it's like I love you, or if it's that type of situation where you two are in a type of casual relationship, like it just needs to be clarified beforehand. I would say, like, but random people, it's like no, that's your best bet's not to do that.
Yeah, it's also like diseases, bro. Damn.
Yeah, wrap your shit. I mean,
Or get a vasectomy. Vasectomy gang over
okay,
here.
no, saying vasectomy doesn't save you from an STI.
But it saves
Still
you.
gonna get it.
Dude, listen. Having a kid is just keeping cum as a pet. There ain't,
Okay.
there ain't no.
What's This is random, dude.
No, it's
Oh
not,
my
dude.
god.
Fuck kids. Fuck them.
I
Look at this.
I can't wait to have mine.
Dude, I know he can't, dude, but I can. I can wait my whole life. Look. Look at this. I was FaceTiming a fucking baby the other day.
Were you?
That's me. I know it's really dark.
Is that a picture of you? Oh, those picture of you as a baby.
No, dude, it's me. That's me right there, smiling.
Who? Why were you FaceTiming a baby?
I was trying to make it cry.
Wow. Dad of the year right here.
No, my friend has 2 kids, and like fucking, I was like, dude, dude, does a kid cry if you just scream? Like, can I scream at it and see if it cries? He's like, yeah. And then I couldn't do it. I was like, dude, because the baby was like, it was like, "Ee." And I was like, okay, it's like being sweet. I'm not gonna do it. But then he was like, no, watch this. And he like turned the phone. He goes, like, he's like, ah. And the kid goes, like he started crying. I lost it laughing, dude. And then his other kid comes out who's like older and can walk, and they're teaching him how to say "you're a fucking pussy."
Wow, that's great.
Dude, it was so funny. I was like, he said at the best time. I was like talking about my hair, and I was like, dude, I was like, I'm waiting for it to grow out. It's like in a weird stage right now where it's like kind of long, and there's like, it looks like a whole bowl. And he was like, fucking pussy. But like, obviously, I don't. It's their kid. I can't be like. I told him, I was like, you probably shouldn't teach him that because he might say it in school. But they were like, I know it's funny. And I was like,
Yeah,
hey.
you get in trouble.
But no, dude, I couldn't do the baby. But even and then he goes to that kid that walks and talks, dude. He was like, yeah, dude, watch this. And he did it again. He was like, ah! Like, the kid was like, ah! Like freaked out. And his mom is like, why are you screaming at them? Like picked him up. He goes, oh well, Josh said it would be funny. Yeah, fuck kids. How the fuck was Maine, dude? You're up at camp. We didn't even talk. We were talking about the 4th, and I just started going. So.
Yeah, so we left Saturday, dude. I made Friday night. I went to Market Basket. Love Market Basket, dude. Oh my god. Everything is like 3 for the same price of everything. So I made this badass tortellini pasta salad. I cooked like 2 pounds of tortellini. Put in an entire container of like Italian dressing, 2 cucumbers, 3 peppers, a whole onion, and feta cheese. And just mix that bitch around.
So you were like a oils kind of guy with your fruit salad. I mean your pasta salad.
What type of guy?
An oils, like Italian dressing's like oil based.
Yeah, I did
like a cream, like a mayo or like a. Okay.
No, I just did like a 3 cheese Italian dressing. Cooked that, dude. We got like reserve sauce, buffalo chicken dip ready to cook in like the oven. That was good. But no, it was fun. It was an entire week. We were just at camp. We went to reception basically every day. Got to keep my snap streaks alive. Got a burp though.
Why do you turn off the mic, bro? It's not like chocolate rain.
Because I don't want to burp into the mic.
Fuck it.
But yeah,
everybody
no.
that watches this shit. Fuck you.
But yeah, no. It was just a week at my parents' camp, and we just chilled, hang out. I brought 40 beers, craft beers, that I didn't pay anything for my job. I just used my entire month's, like, what'd you call it? What is that called? I'm trying to think what I'm... Like where I work for a brewery, every worker gets a gift card that's reloaded for $200 every month. Mm-hmm. So I didn't spend any of it, and I just bought 40 cans of craft beer to bring up. Are they cheap? I mean, it cost me like $196 for 40 cans.
Okay, yeah.
So you're thinking like a $14 to $15 4-pack of craft beer.
Because you're probably not paying bartender prices.
No, you're paying the same price for to-go cans. But
it's
yeah,
like
I bought
$7 a can. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm on Nashville things, so I'm like,
no.
I was like, it was $9 for a Bud Light bottle. I was like, how the fuck do you get 40?
No, like craft beer is like $14, $15 a 4-pack.
Yep.
That's what I paid. So I brought a bunch of beer up, and we just sat at camp and start drinking at 11. Go to bed at 8. Nothing crazy happened.
Go to bed at 8. It's all good.
Literally nothing crazy happened at all.
Dude, it was a relaxing weekend, bro.
It was extremely relaxing. Just got back today, so
yeah, dude. That's what I was surprised about you when you asked, you're like, do you want to do this today? I was like, yeah. Like, And then I expected you were gonna be gone for longer. And then you're like, yeah, let me know when you're ready. And I was like, oh fuck, I just sat down to like start editing something else. Yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sick,
I'm actually thinking about making a YouTube channel.
dude. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I honestly think that get deep for a minute, but fucking like being around people all the time was dope, and like had a bunch of like friends. Like every single night, I could just be like, you want to do this, or what are you doing? And I get invited somewhere. But now, like being like alone and shit, it's like I have more time to like focus on things I've always wanted to do, which YouTube was one of them. And I think that it's been helping me. Like, I'm like so glad that I'm doing it. It makes me feel so good to just make something. Oh fuck! And also practice, like practice script writing and filming and making sure shit works. Also today for this video was the first time that I actually had cut out, because like I think what I notice is with YouTube, like especially making the videos I make, I think maybe I have it backwards in my own head, but I like when I make something, it's kind of like, oh, this is like my baby, and I want to like leave all of it in. But I cut out. It was 18 minutes long, and now it's only 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because I had a thing in there that was really good, and I liked it a lot. But I started to notice like I was like rambling, and I was like, dude, okay, so I've said like this one sentence. So the video is about manifestation pages on Instagram, and how they like fucking they're annoying. I don't know how they came onto my page, and like they came onto my page, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video about this because this is fucking hilarious. And then I started doing research on them, dude. I actually went through one of their like process things that you like go on the website that they links you through their Instagram, and these pages legitimately will say, I have like screenshots, I can just read them. They'll legitimately be like, oh, fucking like, comment, save my fucking audio, do this, do that, and you'll get $1 million tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. And it's very, very fucking stupid. And I think it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my damn life. And it's like, I was just like, dude, this is like stupid as fuck, because I'm like talking like, I was like, they keep saying you can feel your financial dreams if you just take the class in my bio. So they're not even like really, they're like, hit like, and tomorrow you'll have like the most sexual partner you've ever had hit you up.
Your crush will text you in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, like fucking dumb shit like that. And they post like 2 to 3 times a day, and they get thousands of likes, and they get like thousands of comments of people. And like, I was talking about how patronizing it is, because they're like, you've been like, some of them will be like, don't stress, stop begging for shit. Like legitimately say those things, and they're like, just type yes, save the audio, follow us, do this, go to our fucking Patreon, donate money, and you're gonna be good. And I went through one of their websites, and I actually did their like tests and stuff. And that was like part of the video. I was like, this is the dumb.
And what I'm guessing the tests are literally whatever you answer is the same exact outcome.
Thing, yeah. And I did the test, and it was like a 16 personalities test. I actually put that in the video too. I was like, if you really want to know about yourself, I was like, 16 personalities is a great website to use, because also jobs use it to try to place you into certain teams sometimes. Like, so some jobs actually use 16 personalities. It's like that shit that's like ENFJ, things like that. Like,
oh, it's I think I know exactly what you're talking about. It's a specific personality test that you take, and you're part of like a subsection, I think, of like 4 different personalities.
Yeah, so like the first letter is always different. So the first letter is that 4 sections, and then the ENFJA, ENFJP, or you could be a PNJE. Like you're sectioned into a category, and then have you ever done it?
I did it for during 2020. Kat asked me when we were just quarantine buddies texting. She was like, "Oh, take this." Then I sent it to her when I did it, and she was like, "Oh, you're that."
So yeah, dude, I took it.
And here I am 2 years later, everybody. You can control your own destiny. Save the audio from this podcast clip. We're going to have it down in the description. Like, subscribe, share the audio to your Instagram, to your Twitter, and just sit on it for, I don't know, 10 years, and something good will happen in
Yeah,
those 10 years.
for real, dude. Like straight up. So I took it 2017. Sorry, 2019 when I was studying abroad, and then I took it a year or two later. I have both of them right here, and because I was like, I think I've changed a lot. Like once I moved into my own house with people, and I was like the partying, and then like capstones, like college started to get a lot harder. Because you're about to graduate. So like, I took it when I was traveling, and I was an ENFP, which is a campaigner personality. And the really cool thing about 16 personalities is they have your business, like work life strengths and weaknesses, bro. And reading that shit sometimes like really sucks because you'll just like notice it. Like I always like to think I'm a very on time person, um, but
Yep.
it'll tell you no.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, listen, when I work with you, it's a little fucking different, dude. That job was something else. All right. But yeah, no, I mean, I like I always like to think I'm very I mean, emails and stuff. Yeah, I'm like very on time. Emails, working
Yep.
shit out. Um, and I really like that because it's actually helped me out in my job now because I have to email people and be like, okay, we have to set up this thing, and like I need to like talk to you, and like I need to go and get you here. I need to go visit you. Like either one, you just let me know. I have to get this video of you out, and we need to do it for the company. Da da da. And they just won't email me for like 3 months, and I'll email them every week, every week and a half for a reminder. And then it saves my ass because I put it in our work stuff, and then they can see that I've been emailing, and then they go, oh, so it's
Yep.
not your fault. And then I can just, and legitimately sometimes they're like, okay, well, if they're not emailing, we're going to have someone in their internal office talk to them, and then they go, oh, like I didn't even notice. And I was like, well, now you're at the bottom of my to-do list because your work order was due legitimately today, 3 months ago.
Yep.
I was like, so now, and I was like, now, like, I know it's late, and it should be like, oh, since it's late, we should get it out quicker. I was like, no, like, you lost a chance. You know what I mean? That's I can't actually really like, that's all I can really say about that. So it's like, because where I work, it's kind of like private. So yeah, no, so I like that. But the thing is, I always thought I was really on time, but it like told me that my personal views, not views, my personal life is more important to me than getting to something that's mandatory because I think my time's more valuable. So I will like be late to things because I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to take a shower, but when I'm in the shower today, I want to do something else. I'm not going to take a quick shower, and I'll do that and then be late to work.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll like wake up, I'll be like, oh, it's 6 a.m. I'm just going to keep sleeping because like I'm tired. I don't really care. I started to notice that about
I mean,
no, but it's crazy because I'll like sit up and wake up and I look at it and I go, I don't know. I'll use my personal time. I'll just throw in personal time and be like, I'm late,
yeah.
and then I'll just keep sleeping. Like yeah. So like I've noticed that about myself. Like I guess I just like fucking. I like there's a reason. There's always a reason in my head why I'm late, and then when I actually get there, they're like, why were you late? Or like I saw you put in your time. We appreciate it. Like why? And I'm just like, well, I can't just be like, well, I just wanted to sleep, and I knew I didn't really have
Mm-hmm.
much to do today. I can't say
Yeah,
that,
you gotta come with something.
Yeah. So I'm like honestly, I was like really, I was like I'm really exhausted. I was like last night I was up really late, and I just like slept in by accident. I'm really sorry, but like in reality, I'm like, oh, I just did not want to wake up. I was up, but I just was like, fuck no. So I was an EFPT, and that was when I was traveling and shit, which is a campaigner, and like this trait determines, like it's like pretty much the way I was thinking while I was traveling a fuck ton, and that year I think I went to like 11 countries, and I was like just kind of living my own life and shit, and
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like finding myself.
Finding
And then
myself.
when school got harder and I started having like capstone shit and I started like throwing parties and like doing that, also like more money became more of a prevalent thing in my life. I had people die in my family, and it was just kind of like I was like, okay, like life's starting a little bit. I took it again, and then I was a ENFJA/ENFTJ. No, ENTJA, and then ENTJT, which is the commander. So it's like apparently my relationships can be very hard because. So ladies, if you listen to this is why you should not talk to me. My relationships can be very hard because of how I need things to happen and get done when I need them to get done, and any lack of motivation that I see in someone else, I take it personally.
You're getting deep.
And
Some
you know
deep
what's
stuff.
crazy? That is 100% true. Yeah, if I see a lack of motivation, a lack of like you had something to do and you didn't do it, and then I'm just like why the fuck would you do that? That's stupid. Because I guess I don't see others people's personal time as valuable as my own, which I feel like isn't I feel like a lot of people do that, but maybe they don't. I have no idea. I feel like my empathy meter is pretty low.
Well, dude, that's a good segue into a topic that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Last week is feeling certain things, like just because last episode we established Catherine is my girlfriend. I live with her. This episode you'll see her walking back and forth at some points.
No, I'm gonna rotoscope her out.
But no, I talked to her about how music makes her feel.
Okay.
And how like music makes her like, she's like, oh, I want to dance with the music, and like I feel the beat, and like I want to be with it. I have never at any point in my life heard a song while listening to it that made me want to move to it.
Okay.
It's because I don't like dancing. It's just like I'll like a song, but I will never like, I'll never be like moved by a song or be affected by a song in a certain way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
I know what you mean. I mean, like I'm not like that, but I know what you mean. Oh my god, dude, you could burp in the fucking mic.
I'm not gonna burp on an audio podcast, dude. That's
It's
really
not
bad.
audio, bro.
Well, they're gonna be both. It's gonna be video and audio.
Nah.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's just like I've never had that level of emotion behind it.
Okay.
Even like movies are the only thing that gets me emotional is when like parents come home from the military.
Bro, yes, we talked. Dude, yes, that shit hurts.
That will get me going. I'll be like,
The kid goes up to their stepdad and like, "Can you adopt me?" I'm like,
yeah, that gets me going. But like, yeah, like music wise, like I was just talking to her about how certain songs, she'll be like, oh, I feel it, and I just want to move with it because it gives me this certain feeling and this certain emotion. I don't have that ever,
damn.
like at all.
Yeah, but for the music thing, like I like dancing, I like going out and dancing and like having a good time, and like confidence is key and all that shit. But like, I think I'm also on the side of like music makes me feel a certain type of way, like certain songs make like I think I was in a point in my life where I was like really like kind of, I guess, like I was always consensual and respectful, but I was kind of douchey on how I handled certain situations, especially with like not even relationships, just with like women in general. After I would like talk to them, I like obviously like I'll just say it. I was kind of a fucking ass, and like
Good guy, Josh.
what?
What?
Yeah, no, I actually don't know what you said, but no, like I was a dick, and there was a song that came out by Party Next Door. It's called the Savage Anthem, and the song is actually super fucking sad. Like, and if you know Party Next Door, like, I would suggest if you only know his like surface level stuff, really listen to him. I mean, he has some really good music. Besides, it's like kind of like poppy, vibey shit. The song Savage Anthem, he's legitimately just talking about how much he fucks over this girl that loves him, and he's like, I'm always going to fuck you over. Cause like, and then that one made me feel some type of way. I was like, damn, I'm an asshole. You know what I mean?
Sounds like Glimpses of Us.
Glimpse of Us is no, dude. Savage Anthem. He's like, I washed my dick off when you got home because I got sucked off at the club after telling you I wasn't going out, and then I fucked you after telling you I didn't cheat on you. I never cheated on nobody. I've never cheated before. I've been cheated. I've never cheated before. I'm just saying like that. Like it was kind of like that kind of vibe.
She'd take the world off my shoulders. Was ever much to move. She'd turn the rain to rainbows.
I forgot the second part.
Sometimes I.
But like,
Summer song of 2022.
dude, that song is so fucking. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that kind of music. I think the song after when I moved here and I went through a breakup, I think the song that really fucking like pushed me over the edge a little bit. Like,
I think you should just yell that name right now. I think it'd be funny.
Nope. Fuck off. I think the song that really pushed me over the edge for that one was Petrified by Omar Apollo.
Mm-hmm.
That the song Petrified and the song Personally by him. It was like that hurt. It like hurt to listen to because it just like kind of like I was like, oh, my situation, you know, situational. But that again, like, I want to bring back to you. Like, so are you more of like you have like emotions towards songs, but they don't like get you moving? Is that what you're trying to say, or?
Yeah. There's definitely songs that like get me in a mood. 110%. Like there's a few songs that just make me like emotional, but like I've never had the feeling to be like I hear a song that I like that's happy to be like like dancing
really?
around to. Never. Go to a club and they're playing music, even if I'm drunk, I'm like, nope.
Yeah. I mean, what
It's
about?
like
Have you ever been
I'll
to
sit
EDM
here
stuff?
and just. Oh yeah. But it just I've never had the what would you call that? Motivation. Like emotional motivation to be like, yeah, this makes you feel good. I gotta do this, gotta do that.
Oh my fucking god. for I think for me that song that gets me singing, dancing, and emotional all at the same time is All I Ask by Adele.
Okay.
Bro,
Good song.
fuck, dude. All
Good song.
I ask is it? Yeah, dude, fucking Christ. I did that at karaoke, dude. My first time ever singing actual. Like, I've done karaoke before, but, like, usually in karaoke places, you have private rooms, which is the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
First time doing it on stage, bro. And I was too drunk and I fucked up the fucking words and I was so pissed. And this girl came up and she, like, wished me. She's like, here, I got a mic. I'm going to help you out. And I was like, thank you. I can't sing right now. Like, I'm also, like, I actually wasn't nervous at all, but. I'm like sitting there and like on the breakdown of the song, she's like singing and then she like breaks for a minute right before the chorus. And I had a video of me and I sing something. I pull the mic away, turn the camera around, and I go, "Hey yo, shake that fucking ass!" And like it's not that kind of song. It just makes me feel some type of way. I was in Tampa, so I was like, "Oh, shake that fucking ass, baby!" And then like my friend just started throwing it back. It was so funny. But like
This is actually a song that gets me a little bit emotional. You might know it, but I don't know if you do. But you might. It's a bit obscure,
shut up, you're gonna
but
some dumb shit. Oh my fuck! Turn that shit off. All right, it's loud, bro. It's gonna be bad for the audio. Just turn that shit off.
oh god.
Yeah, if you play it like that down by your lap, it sounds perfect. When you do it up there, your mic cuts off your peaks. Yeah, I can hear that perfectly. Well, what would you say? All right, we're not gonna. This is gonna be a music sesh.
No, it's not music sesh.
Pull it down a little bit. Told her to stop. Dude, yeah, no. Also, I'm just gonna like expose Spencer just mad quick. And he's like, I don't dance.
Okay. Stop.
Bro, listen to Chief Keef. You're telling me you hear Chief Keef and I told them to stop, and then I joined in. Dude, yeah, no, we were listening to Chief Keef. Spencer's drinking straight fucking liquor, bro, and that kid's like.
No, it was lean.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah, we were drinking lean, bro. We were doing a cough syrup, fucking Sprite, and a little Jolly Rancher in it. It's sad that I know how to make them. Yo, I remember so one of my first foreign exchange students, actually talking about lean. He loved like American rap, and I'm not gonna say where he's from because if I say that, he's like the only person we had that was from there. But he was like loved American rap. He loved ASAP Rocky. He loved like the fashion and stuff because he's a very fashion guy. And actually, I think he works in fashion design now, which is dope as fuck. Shout out. I'm not gonna say his name. Whoa! Wait. And then
I'm back.
I'm gonna leave that in, but whatever. So like fucking no. So he was like, dude, I really want lean, because the rappers talk about it, and I was like, man, I'm a sophomore in high school. I don't know how the leave it in, leave it in, leave it in.
There?
Spencer, take care of it. We're leaving it in.
I really like lean. It's got purple drink. I like Sprite. Codeine,
Yeah.
right? Sprite and codeine.
Yeah, like cough syrup. But yeah, okay. So fucking this kid, he's like, yo, you can get me lean, and bro, I tried so fucking hard to find him lean in fucking Old Town, Maine.
Isn't it just codeine and Sprite?
I think, and a Jolly Rancher, bro.
Is it a Jolly?
You gotta
I
drop
thought
a
it
Jolly
was
Rancher. No,
codeine
I mean you don't
Sprite.
have to, but you gotta drop a Jolly Rancher in that bitch. But yeah, no.
What's codeine
I
even do?
tried, but
Isn't
I
it
actually
like
found a dealer for it. And he was like, yo, I got you. And I told him, I was like, I got you. And then he got sent home. But that's a whole other thing. And then, like...
Oh, wow, okay.
But then, dude, yeah, but then I met up with him later. I visited him in his country. And he was like, yeah, I did it, dude. He's like, it sucks. he was like, you just let me just get really sleepy and tired. He's like, yeah, it's super relaxing. But he was like, you're just like... I want to say this, which someone told me about like alcohol, drugs, like anything to be unsober. They said the biggest superpower that any human has is drugs. Drugs is the best and only and biggest superpower anyone has, because drugs and alcohol is the only way to escape life for a minute. Nothing matters. You're doing your own thing, and you're relaxing, and you're fine. And he said, and that's a superpower in itself, to be able to escape.
Unless you're straight edge.
Yeah, and then you don't have a superpower.
But yeah, it's a good transition to end episode 4.
Yeah, dude.
It's been a minute since the last one, but we're here.
We're queer. We can go anywhere.
Wow. Josh ending on the same note he started it on.
Dude, look at that callback. Also, if we get to fucking 1,000 subscribers, we'll do a naked calendar.
50,000 likes, we show our junk.
Yeah. We'll do it OnlyFans. I'll do it.
I won't.
All right, I'll show my junk if we get to 50,000 likes. I'll start. You have to pay for it, obviously. I'm not just showing my junk for free, but I'll do it.
You'll do it. Everybody who's been here with us, this is the end of the podcast. We're signing off. It's been fun. It is a Tuesday afternoon. No, it's a Saturday night. We're recording this because we don't have anything better to do. But
yeah.
Thank everybody for tuning into this episode, and we'll see you guys next time on Giverdacorn. And goodbye. Bye now. Have fun.